looks like Invictus just went with a Link and... Oh, we're underway. Never mind. So it looks like Invictus started in Link's house and got a piece of heart, and SuperNinTaylor is going north to the Village of Outcasts / Skull Woods.
Yeah, I think Invictus might be trying to get some bombs here. Go ahead and open up Pipe Cave.
He's going for the... Oh, the tree pull just gives red rupees, which isn't bad. Meanwhile, SuperNinTaylor is going to that north entrance of Skull Woods. He's gonna... Oh no, he's going all the way to the back. This is bold. Yeah, this is quite a tricky thing to do, especially with no weapons.
No weapons, 3 hearts. Gibdo's hurt. And Invictus picks up the blue boomerang from Stumpy, the tree kit.
It's not bad to have, especially since you've got no other weapon.
There are worse things to have early.
Alright, so SuperNinTaylor just found a key back there. But good work on getting that on the first try. Looks like Invictus is going to be... He has enough rupees. He has 80 rupees, so he's going to do the digging game. Looks like we're going to skip the arrows, friend. Okay, we found... Looks like the single arrow is our dig game prize. So that's not going to be super helpful, but at least they get one unique item out of it. Yeah, and it looks like Invictus is just trying to farm up the rupees that he spent, and he did recoup some of that cost.
Yeah, this is a smart play. Normally you'll see a lot of people go directly to the arrow game, but if you have enough rupees to dig up the dig game, then you might as well just keep trying to get some more rupees out of it.
Yeah, and looks like Invictus is going to go up north too. Meanwhile, we still have not seen any items in Skull Woods.
Still none, with another key in the pot room.
So at this point, it's pretty much guaranteed that Moth is going to have something. Invictus showing off that boomerang. That is definitely helping out quite a lot.
Yeah, I think we've already seen the stun prize too, and it looks like it was a single heart. Well, blue boomerangs do not work on blue beetles.
Yeah, this is a tough start. At this point, they have Village of Outcasts and Hype Cave, but we're gonna see that really. Okay, Hype Cave has Piece of Heart, the Silver Arrows, Red Rupee, 10 Arrows, and the Gloves. Okay. What do you think you'd...
You got a lot of places you can really go. Man, I think they have to dive into Thieves Town.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. The Gloves by itself doesn't open up a whole lot. They can sequence break up to Death Mountain and check that area out, but there's not a whole lot of items available. Looks like Invictus is trying his luck at the Gibdo. Agate Tower still requires a sword because there is that thing you need to cut. So hopefully they don't find a sword and the. Okay, we got SuperNinTaylor showing off that strategy where you can get a guaranteed hit on those arrows. He's got a good amount of money to show for it, so he's going to go dig up his artisanal arrow of evil's bane.
Yeah, inverted mode really put the arrow game into play. You see a lot more people doing that now.
Yeah, it really is very helpful to just not have to worry about money in the beginning, especially since where else are you going to find?
Invictus is going to give it our first look at Upper Thieves Town with the C-shaped house.
Speaking of money, so Invictus still does not have any bombs, so he has not been able to check out Hype Cave. He's going to definitely want to get there sooner rather than later. So far, it looks like the Village of Outcasts has been hoarding money.
So unless they find something in Thieves Town, they are not going to be able to finish Thieves Town. They do not have a weapon that will take care of blind. Oh, never mind.
Now they do.
Just finds the hammer.
Okay, we are... And the Hookshot is in the brewery. So now we're starting to find some things. And the Ice Rod is also in Thieves Town. But we haven't actually had a map check yet, so we do not know if Turtle Rock is going to be required. Alright, the last chest in Thieves Town. Bombs. So we actually found 3 items in the front of Thieves Town, which is... And one of them being the hammer. That means that they can actually find every item in Thieves Town, but they're going to have to do a 3-heart hammer blind.
Oh, Invictus takes a fireball to the face from the... Is it a Zizak?
Zizek, I believe? Yeah, it really can't be understated just how difficult it is to do an inverted mode seed, especially with your such limited health, no blue mail, and everything in there is hitting you for 1 or 2 shots. Alright, Invictus the Red is getting his items in Hype Cave right now, so he'll be quite pleased. Ooh, and SuperNinTaylor taking a death in Thieves Town as well. The question is, are they going to keep trying? Because there's only 1 more item left in Thieves Town. Are they going to try to sequence break up the map? Or go to Catfish, I guess. So Invictus will be showing us what's on the pyramid first. Or, well, maybe in a little bit. Unfortunately, that Hinox got in the way.
Yeah, inverted mode's it's tough. I mean, you have creatures with green mail that'll hit you for 4 hearts just out and about, and you just don't want to... It takes every ounce of gameplay and every ounce of just being able to dodge around these enemies. Just like you see there with Invictus taking that last little turnaround right before that bomb, he would have been ruined by that.
Yeah. What was held by something friendly? I will catch that in the restream. pyramid is just 20 rupees, so we're gonna ignore that entirely. Okay, Invictus is making his way up to Catfish. And yeah, the only thing left in logic right now is Pod, and that could still be Bola. But there is also one more item in Thieves Town, so it looks like SuperNinTaylor is going to be trying to find that out for us. If there is a key in the Maiden's chest, then we're gonna have to check the big key chest. Otherwise, it'll be on blind, which arguably might be worse. Okay, the Catfish has
Ooh,
the
the lamp.
Oh boy, that opens up Death Mountain. And we got a map check. I see a pendant in Skull Woods and Swamp Palace, and the red crystals at Pod and Thieves Town. Thank you, Invictus, because that gave me plenty of time to see everything.
We are going to go ahead and see this 3-heart hammer blind. If anybody can do it, I know SuperNinTaylor can. He's a top tier runner. We see him in a lot of the tournaments, and he is showing us how it's done.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job. Blind did get away a little bit, but other than that, all right, that's phase 2. One more hit.
Oh, I tried to get him on the pass by there, but...
Ooh, this is... Oh, no! Oh, so close. Yeah, that one, you gotta take a breather after that. I do not blame him. Meanwhile, Invictus is going into Pod. He's gonna see if we are bow-locked or not.
SuperNinTaylor got the items out of there. He knows he has to go back and do it at some point. Might as well wait until you have some health or have some extra armor or a better weapon.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't see what was in the Maiden's chest.
I personally did not catch that one. And it looks like we're not bow locked in Pod.
Yeah, and it looks like the compass was in the Maiden's chest, so the small key is locked behind the big key, locked in the big key chest, and Blind does have a knife. Alright, so SuperNinTaylor is going to the eastern side of Hyrule right now. He's going to check his Catfish and probably go to Pod. Invictus forgot that he was missing a key there.
Yeah, Pod requires quite a bit of those. I think there's 6 keys total in Pod, and if he doesn't, he needs to have at least one of them to get to that back room there.
Yeah, but we'll see. It's very likely that this will be a key, and it is. So it looks like Invictus is going to the back. There's not really much else he could do. He could check the vanilla big key chest, but there's so many more items you can get by going this way.
SuperNinTaylor looks like he's going to head up the mountain.
Yes, and it's fully in logic at this point.
Stay away from the dinosaurs, because those things will hit him hard here at 2 health, or 3 hearts.
Yeah, it looks like he is trying to go to route. Yeah, he's good routing to avoid both of the murdered actors. And we're going to have to take an extended walk with the old man today, because he lives in the light world. So SuperNinTaylor's going to have to climb all the way up to the top of Death Mountain, go to the light world, and then maybe do a little bit of base jumping with.
And he is going to be able to do that and get those items as Bunny Link. This is inverted mode. You do become Bunny Link when you head into the light world. You're not able to do a lot as Bunny Link, but you are able to turn in the old man and get his item.
Yeah, and Invictus found the first heart container of the seed, so you're gonna like that. And it looks like Invictus, he found the big key, so he's gonna go and do the dark maze. But we have a lantern, so it's not gonna be that. So right now we have obvious routing differences, but we also know that Invictus hasn't yet checked the brewery, which is where the Hookshot is found, and the ice rod was... Oh, there's the Quake Medallion for SuperNinTaylor.
Ooh, and a sword for Invictus.
Oh no, there's a sword for Invictus. You know it's in logic now.
Our boy Aga.
And that's all that Invictus can get, so he's got to go up Death Mountain too. So we're going to see what is up here regardless. What's on top of the rock here? Oh, SuperNinTaylor is probably going to get that heart container. That is just too good to pass up at this point. Keeping track of things, after this, there is the Super Bunny Cave, and that is it. And Blind. Super Bunny Cave and Blind, and that is it.
So Invictus is getting ready to get his hookshot here in the bombable hut.
And SuperNinTaylor got a fairly useless hint, because we have already found several unique items in Thieves Town. Yeah, you do not actually need the Titan's Mitts for a Hookshot Cave, just the regular mitts will do. So yes, actually, I forgot, they do have Hookshot Cave in Logic too.
Yeah, that's 4 items right there, so there's a good shot that we still may not have to do Aga.
But before you can get there, you have to go past all these Lionels. And they hit hard.
Somehow scarier than the ones in Breath of the Wild.
It's a great move there from SuperNinTaylor, using a bomb to damage himself so that he can't get hit by... And he's through. Okay, Turtle Rock requires Quake, which... Well, they can actually go in and check the hit. Oh wait, no, he can't because he doesn't have a sword. So the Thieves Town hint was a unique item is held by someone friendly. There's a lot of people who are friendly, and it could have already been the Quake medallion on the old man, so we don't really know what that hint.
Super Buddy Cave coming up with a lot of nothing. 20 rupees and some arrows.
Yeah, so let's see what Hookshot Cave has for us. And then after that, blind or buff.
Oh, and then Taylor, you picked up the wrong pot. Oh. Oh, double canes.
Yeah.
And raw.
So this is really just saying, hey, you should do Turtle Rock.
I'm seeing double. 4 canes.
The only thing is that SuperNinTaylor actually can't do Turtle Rock because he doesn't have the sword that was in Pod. But if he did have a sword, he could open up Turtle Rock and go all the way through most of it, actually. Yeah, he could theoretically beat Turtle Rock. Oh boy.
Inverted. Yeah.
There are a lot of items in Turtle Rock, so it could be very lucrative. And also, since they have the Cane of Burna, the laser bridge is in logic too. Oh yeah, there's Mimic Cave too. No, they can't get to Mimic Cave.
They need a moon pearl.
Yeah, they need the moon pearl to get to Mimic Cave. But still, 5 items.
So then Taylor's going back. He's going to try to do blind. Quick jaunt over here. He's already dropped off the maiden, so he's just going to head on in and try to take out blind. Unfortunately, won't be able to do the pattern. Blind will start in a different position.
Yeah, but he does have a good number of items. He might just pop the Cane of Burna and do it that. Oh, or the Cane of Samaria. That's also, this is fun to watch.
Red Cane Blind isn't terribly difficult. It looks like it should be, but it's a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
You have to be careful, because I think if you explode a block at the wrong time, it can hard lock the game, or soft lock the game.
Okay, and SuperNinTaylor has finished off Blind with the Cane of Burna there at the end. So what does Blind have? Nothing but vanilla ice cream. It's not exactly what he wanted to see, but at the same time, I don't think he'll turn down a heart container. And at 23 minutes and some odd seconds, we have our first crystal. And it's a red one.
Yeah, they'll need that bow and arrow for the other red one, though, with that being over at Pod.
Yeah, and at this point, SuperNinTaylor doesn't have a whole lot of checks he can do. I wonder, since he has the Fire Rod, it looks like he's going to try to finish off Skullwood.
He would need a sword to get into the back, though, right?
Oh, you're right. He doesn't have a sword, but he can get the item, one item in there. And we know that I think both items are back. Invictus taking a tough death to Blind, but he has unlocked him now, so getting back to him is fairly quick. Yeah, Blind in inverted mode is merciless. I mean, we see it in an open mode seed, and everyone talks about, oh yeah, we'll just do the script and we'll beat him without taking a single hit. Then you get to this mode, and
Oh, wow, that is a find.
so I'm not sure if the sword in pod is technically in logic, but it does mean that it looks like you are required to go up to Death Mountain and then to Skull Woods to go back up to Death Mountain. But now we're going to finish off Skull Woods. It is a pendant, but they don't have many other places to check.
Man, that 4 heart. I mean, he's got 5 hearts, or yeah, he's got 5 hearts now. But 5 heart, fighter sword, green mail, Mothula. Also a scary proposition.
Yeah, this has been a brutal seed so far.
He's got hammer at least, which will do tempered damage, but I mean, look at that, he's already down to 1 heart.
And Mothula does have an item, so this might be required. Oof, that's another tough one. So, one thing that Invictus will be able to do that SuperNinTaylor wasn't able to do is he'll be able to go into Turtle Rock as soon as he does Hookshot Cave. So, we'll see if he does that.
NinTaylor also bows out of the back of Skull Woods, and he is going to be going back up mountain. Probably heading over to Turtle Rock himself.
Yeah, that's the only place he has available to him right here. Looks like Invictus is going for a little bit more of a tour with the old man.
Very, very spooky, Invictus.
Oh no! Okay, so where is SuperNinTaylor going here? He's refilling his magic. Right, he's out of magic.
Yeah, wouldn't have been able to open T-Rock magic to use Quake.
This is another time when knowing where certain items are in pots is just coming in. So you may be thinking, how do you get to Turtle Rock? You can't do that. Well, in inverted mode, you can just jump on this tail here, and there you go.
See a little bit of reflexes there from Invictus chasing that fairy when he only needs 1 heart.
Okay, interesting. The boots require the hammer. Unfortunately, that doesn't really narrow things down, but it's good to know. Oh, Invictus just realized he can't go into Hookshot Cave with the old man. So he's gonna do this again. Meanwhile, the first chest in Turtle Rock had a small key. We're going to see what is behind 2 more checks here. Remember, there are 5 items in Turtle Rock.
Have to be careful in this room. One hit will take him out.
Yeah, and he doesn't have enough magic to just cane through.
Oof.
Oh, and there we go. There's the Moon Pearl. So Aga is not required, but it took us 30 minutes to find that one out.
He's going to keep on going down here into T-Rock. I don't blame him. He's already here. Might as well take care of what you can while you're here.
Yeah, it's a crystal. You have most of what you need. Well, you have everything you need, just not enough.
You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might find you get what you need.
Ooh, those chain chomps. I think that those might have just been able to one-shot him if they hit him. But now he has a plastic shield to keep himself.
Those bush snipers down in the south of Link's house won't be able to shoot him with his arrows.
Alright, Invictus is making his way over to the right side, to East Death Mountain. He's going to find a whole treasure trove of items and the Moon Pearl. Those Lionels are just taking no prisoners today, though.
Yeah, and that's like the fourth time Invictus has been over that bridge. He's made it past a couple times, but the one time he really made it, he wasn't able to do what he wanted to over there.
SuperNinTaylor taking a little detour to refill his magic.
That shows good game knowledge. Knowing where to pick up your full magic pots really comes in handy.
Yeah. So far, we've found 2 items in Turtle Rock, so there are 3 more somewhere out there. Having the fire rod is definitely helpful. Invictus giving a couple of anger slashes there, but he finally made it across the bridge.
They're victory slashes.
You say tomato, I say anger slashes.
Oh, SuperNinTaylor does not have the big key.
Whoa. Oh, and the big key is probably on Laser Bridge, because it can be if you have the mirror. So that's as far as he can go, but good news, he has a lot of locations he could check.
Yeah, I would not be shocked to see him make his way over to Kakariko Village.
Yeah, a lot of checks in Kakariko Village, a lot of checks in the light world in general. But it looks like SuperNinTaylor might actually go to Light Death Mountain.
Yeah, there's 7 items in Paradox Cave. 1 up in Spiral Cave. Yeah,
and he can make it all the way to Tower of Hera as well.
Oh yeah, he's got like fire sources, and yeah, might be able to go ahead and take out Moldworm as well.
Yeah, we don't know if Tower of Hera is going to be a crystal or not, but he can clear out pretty much all of Death Mountain. And if he finds a mirror, then he can finish off Turtle Rock.
1 out of 3 chance that Tower of Hera is going to be a pendant.
Alright, so we're going to check out the items in Paradox Cave right now.
So nothing in the top two chests. Now we're going to go up the stairs to the bottom of Paradox Cave and check these bottom 5 chests.
Yes, he did say that right. He did go down the upstairs. So we found Bombos, half magic. Wow, we're just finding everything.
A bottle, a shovel.
Yeah, so Kakariko Village is looking better now too, but still plenty of items to find up here. So we're gonna keep on going through Death.
Good mana management there by Invictus, getting through the spike rollers.
And Invictus, he let out a few more victory slashes as he got his Moon Pearl. The floating island was just another bottle. Alright, so we're gonna check out... I did not see a... Yeah, we haven't had a map check yet, so we don't know what... Oh, here we go. Okay.
Vanilla Eastern and 2 crystals in Tower of Hera and Desert.
Yeah, so it looks like SuperNinTaylor is definitely going to be finishing this off.
Oh yeah, the Invictus took 3.5 hearts of damage from that chain chomp.
Also, we just learned that the green pendant isn't worth anything, just a piece of heart.
We still may have to get that for something, but it's good to know that you won't have to do it for Sahasrara.
Yeah, let's... Looking through what we need to finish this seed. Looks like we're gonna need the mirror because of logic and Turtle Rock where the big key is.
Gotta have boots, gotta have flips. Not boots, book and flips. And bow for GT.
And we know where the boots are now. They're in western wing of Swamp Palace. Left side, Pendant Swamp Palace. That's great.
That is a interesting conundrum for our runners. Do you make your way down there for the boots?
Well, they're gonna need the flippers before they can get there anyways.
True.
And the mirror. SuperNinTaylor up against Moldorm right now.
Still more frustrating than any boss fight in Sekiro.
But he handles it very well. But I think we're going to have to go down to the basement.
And I'm going to check out the tile room. Wait there for a little bit, and then check out the four braziers and get your item down there.
Well, it looks like... Actually, I'm not sure. Did we find both items in the tower? Because SuperNinTaylor is skipping it. Okay, he did find both items according to our track. It's a shame I made all this coffee for nothing. Yeah, the inverted logic, you end up where you're in a situation where you think you should have the key for Turtle Rock, but you don't, and you're really confused. So you just kind of sit there and go, what's wrong with my life? SuperNinTaylor did skip Mimic Cave. Invictus is getting some light world checks out of the way now. We're seeing what's on the dam.
Another heart container. Invictus 42 minutes in and getting 5 hearts.
Luckily, the light world deals a lot less damage than the dark world, so they're going to have a little bit of an easier time. We got 5 items in the mini Moldorm cave, so hopefully there's something good there. Oh yeah, and that... Oh, red rupee, 10 arrows, another red rupee. The bow!
They got the bow, they got silvers. That's a lot of enemies they don't really have to worry about in the future.
Yeah, Vitreous is going to be a fairly easy fight. Also, apparently the heart that was sitting in the water was in fact the Sank heart. So we can all rest easy that we finally found.
Always disappointed when they grab a heart container, then they have full health. I will never know.
SuperNinTaylor's got his bow now too. So at this point, Eastern Palace is fully unlocked. Though Invictus doesn't know that the green pendant isn't worth anything. SuperNinTaylor is the only one that found that.
So at this point, we'll need book, flippers, and mirror. And there's a possibility that we may need the Ether tablet.
Yes. And we'll also need to pick up a Master Sword at some point, but we know where 2 swords are. So, for those of you who care about the pedestal, it's looking grim. And because there's the book, too. So, book gets us Desert Palace. And I think at this point, our only hopes for the ped is... Yeah, the only hope for the ped is the Ether Medallion. And that's only if Mire requires it.
SuperNinTaylor's going to give us our first look at Kakariko Village.
Interestingly, Invictus is not picking up the book right now.
He wants to get these 2 waterfall chests off of that fake flipper.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot he was fake flippering. That's why he's doing it. Okay, let's see what the great big grumpy fish has for us today.
Just some bombs from Zora today. At least it's not rupees.
Yeah, but it looks like Invictus returned one of the bombs to Zora. Meanwhile, it looks like SuperNinTaylor is going to check Graveyard Ledge and probably the back of Escape, Sanctuary, all those fun places. So yeah, we're looking for a few items here, but you know, there is one place that SuperNinTaylor did not check that he could have, which was the Lumberjack Cave. It could be that there's an item on there that we'd need. No, actually, hold on, let me think
No,
for a second.
I don't
'cause
think there is. Because boots are in left swamp, and we need both Mire and flippers to get in there.
Yeah, never mind. I am wrong. Unless it's also Ether Medallion.
Invictus is going to try to finish off blind. Going to get a piece of heart for his trouble. Is that what it was?
It was a heart container, actually.
You know, finding that bow also puts pod finishable, and they can access the 5-6 crystals that way.
Yeah, and oof, Invictus took another death to blind. This guy is really not kidding around today. Alright, SuperNinTaylor dropping down into the well. A lot of item checks in the Kakariko village. We have the bug net.
300 rupees. Some more bombs. Oh, there's the Ether Medallion, so Lumberjack and Pistol are officially dead.
Yep. No more chance of those, so we're just gonna have to do a straightforward seed. Oh well. It looks like Invictus is taking that bow and he's gonna go try to finish Pop. So far, though, not that much in Kakariko Village. We don't even know if that Ether Medallion will be required.
I'll tell you something, capitalism. This might be the sorriest Kakariko village I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's definitely ranking up there, but lots of money.
Got your red rupees this, your pieces of heart that. Then go suck an egg.
Yeah, it's just a byproduct of the fact that they need to clear out most of the Dark World before they actually got to Kakariko Village. Okay, well, we'll see what's on the racing game. I do not think the library can have anything important, right? Oh, but that is interesting to see. So the flippers were hiding in pod this entire time. So, Ice Palace?
That sounds about right.
There's a good reason to go there. There's a bunch of items, and there's 3 hint tiles. SuperNinTaylor is going to go find what the dig spot has for us.
So at this point, we're just looking for Mire.
Yeah. Yeah, we know where everything is but the mirror.
Shovel to mushroom.
Well, they can fake powder with that mushroom, so they might not want to turn it in just.
Oh no, they won't be able to do 5 or 6 crystal without the mirror, will they?
Hold on here. I'm trying to figure out where the other 5/6 crystal is.
I mean, it's
no,
pod,
it looks like the other 5/6 crystal is pod.
but they have
They
to.
don't need the mirror for that.
They have to have the mirror to get the bomb to the Dark World, right?
Oh, yes, you're right. They do need the mirror for that. So yeah, once we have the mirror, we'll be in no mode.
Which actually, for Invictus, if he finds the mirror first, he knows where the book is, and he'll be in go mode really quick after that.
Yeah. He only needs... I think actually he just needs the book and the mirror. Possibly the boots, but we know where the boots are. Oh, but does he know where the boots are? I think the hint that said where it was in Tower of Hera, so I don't think he knows where the boot.
Yeah, boots might be required for desert.
So SuperNinTaylor is in the same place, just a different dimension, where Invictus is going to be fighting the Helmosaur King right now.
Getting good pattern from Helmosaur.
And one silver arrow to the face kills that guy dead.
I don't think that could have gone any better for Invictus.
Okay, so at 55 minutes and 12 seconds, Invictus has his first crystal. First of many.
Now, Invictus is a crystal behind, but those 2 crystals that he's behind, one, he just needs to go kill Blind, and 2 is Tower of Hera, which is one of your faster dungeons in the game.
Yeah, it's really hard to say who is in the lead right now. It is a very close race. Looks like Invictus is going to show Blind what for this time.
You got it, buddy.
It's a shame you can't use the silver arrows on Blind. It feels like he should be weak to those.
I mean, most enemies in the game are one-shotted by them.
Yeah. Invictus can't actually go to Swamp right now. He does need the mirror to get in there. Looks like SuperNinTaylor is going to finish off Eastern Palace.
And barring catastrophic failure here, Invictus is going to take down Blind. He's going to get that second crystal.
So he has both his red crystals, can't check the pyramid, but he has both of them.
And he did both of those while SuperNinTaylor is clearing out a Pendant dungeon.
Yeah, and we haven't seen anything in Eastern Palace as of yet. And we know that green pendant doesn't lead to anything good. And SuperNinTaylor knows it doesn't lead to anything good as well.
No, I don't think SuperNinTaylor saw the book on the island.
No, he has not seen it yet.
Okay, it looks like he did see it when he went down and checked very briefly earlier on the west side of Lake Hylia.
Okay. So, he can fake Flipper for that. That one you don't need to really have the Flippers for. Looks like Invictus is trying to figure out where he is going to go next. If he makes his way up to Tower of Hera in East Death Mountain, he will be pleasantly surprised.
We gotta think how comfortable he feels doing Ice Palace with 5 hearts. Well, he's up to 6 hearts now, 7 hearts. And that might be where he's going.
Yeah, it looks like he is making his way in that direction. And SuperNinTaylor is going into pod, so he's going to be able to full clear this. He's going to get his flippers as well, and a Master Sword.
So jumping into Ice Palace here might be one of the plays that just decides the game.
Yeah, looks like Invictus skipped that hint tile. You have to wonder if he feels behind. First chest in Ice Palace has a key.
So getting that small key, that first chest, that does change up the way that you can navigate Ice Palace. At the first big cross room with the giant spike, you can go right from there. That saves you a little bit of time.
Yeah, the Ice Palace key logic always kind of makes my eyes go cross. So I just leave that for the run. Wow, okay. A glove requires a bomb. Let's see, the first one...
The hide
The
cave.
first glove was... was it? I
Yeah.
thought the... Oh, yeah, you're right, it was. So, that...
SuperNinTaylor is going to grab his flippers here in just a moment. Good bomb jump by Invictus. Instead of hookshotting over, he stops to get that pot on the very bottom to get a heart. Smart play. Heads up.
Yeah, health is definitely at a premium here. So, every advantage you can scrape out, you're... Oh, are the mitts in library? I didn't actually see what was in library.
Vic's going to show us the Freezor room, and there he gets the big K. Big K.
Alright, and he's just gonna go check the big key chest for a 20 rupee reward. I think we've got 3 more checks in Ice Palace, not counting Cold Stay. It is actually very difficult to tell who is ahead right now. Once we find the mirror, we'll have a better idea, but the items that each player
there it is!
Okay. So, Invictus does have a slight lead, I would say, but he does need to go up to Death Mountain and do Tower of Hera, because he's going to need some of those items up there.
Thing is, he's got to go do Tower Rock anyway, so...
Yeah,
might
that's
as well
true.
do both at the same time.
Well,
Now,
also,
we see them have... Oh, go ahead.
sorry, yeah, if Misery Mire is Quake, I guess he doesn't actually need the Bombos medallion, which is up there.
Now, we've seen him have some trouble with some of the bosses in this scene already, particularly Blind. Now, is he going to have those same troubles with Cold Stare? And Cold Stare's not an easy boss to get back to.
No, it really isn't. And he doesn't have any bottles for safety, and he's just rocking the fighter sword. This is going to be a tough one. Sir Linkalot, it's true, he does need another sword. We know that there is a second sword in Skullwoods for him, so he'll more than likely find... Oh, that's a good point. It is a pendant skull. Yeah. So, there's a chance he'll find it. There's also a chance he won't. But yeah, even with the fact that we are in no mode right now, it's still difficult to tell who's ahead. This is just a very close seed.
Because Green Mail Cold Stare, I mean, there's a reason why the vanilla game gives you Blue Mail in Ice Palace. Gold Stare is going to be able to kill Invictus in 2 shots.
And SuperNinTaylor is killing Helmasaur King, and he's going to pick up his 3rd crystal.
Alright, let's see how Invictus does here with Cold Stare. I'm rooting for him on this one. I don't want to see anybody lose to Cold Stare.
Oh yeah, I'm really rooting for him too. Here we go.
It may behoove him to hang out on the top of the screen there. When the ice blocks fall, if you are hugging the top of the screen, they will not break apart.
Yep, just like we saw there. Ooh, he takes a couple hits. This is probably the most tense fight I've ever seen, and I'm not even playing. Oh no. Yeah, Invictus is leaving. I would leave too after that. It looks like SuperNinTaylor is going to be going there right now, and he might be finding his mirror. Oh, Invictus just realized that he cannot use the mirror in the dark world to go to the light world.
Just checking out his options here. I mean, I think Death Mountain's where you need to go.
Yeah, the question is if he remembers that he can go there. And it looks like he did. Okay, great. Yeah, Invictus is routing this really well. He did take a few too many deaths in blind, but it's not actually a foregone conclusion yet. He could catch up very easily.
If I remember right, there were a lot of full heart containers here on Death Mountain.
Yeah.
And that's why you can see SuperNinTaylor's at 11 hearts compared to 7 from Invictus.
Yeah, they're both still at green mail though, so Cold Stare represents a very real threat to SuperNinTaylor as well.
We saw Invictus practicing his bomb jumps earlier before the race started. So I saw him practice this one particularly.
This one is deceptively difficult too, but he gets it. Alright, Invictus is making his way to Paradox Cave. While SuperNinTaylor, I believe the next chest that he checks will be the mirror.
Yep, it's in the iced tea room.
Oh, it's in the iced tea room. Never mind then.
No, was it? It's iced tea or ICU?
I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Yeah, iced tea.
Iced tea.
Ice me. Ice you. Invictus would have loved that half magic during that cold stare fight.
Yeah, you see him take that pause and just like going, oh man. Yep, not super happy. Or maybe that was just the victory bomb. Liminality Carb, this is inverted, randomized swords, defeat Ganon. So, since Invictus has the mirror, do you think he's going to finish off Total Rock right now?
I would hope so. Might as well go and get it taken out of the way after you do Hera over here. Now, SuperNinTaylor's got almost a double mana bar. He's got extra hearts. He's got a blue potion. He should be able to take out Cold Stare relatively with less trouble. Cold Stare is probably the more difficult bosses in the game.
He's taking out the hammer. And SuperNinTaylor does a pretty clean Cold Stare fight there for his 4th crystal. So it looks like SuperNinTaylor probably is just going to follow that progression path all the way to... Oh, wait. Are we going to... Yep. Alright, so both runners have tried to mirror in the same spot. It's something that's just so easy to forget because you're used to going... You're used to playing it one way, and inverted just completely messes with it.
So SuperNinTaylor is going to go over here and grab the book. And then he will be officially in go mode.
Yep. Invictus is about to finish off the Moldorm. By no means is he out of this yet. So there we have it. At 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 14 seconds, SuperNinTaylor is in go mode.
He's got 3 dungeons left to do. Now, he's already done half a TR, but the thing with his inverted mode is you can pretty much jump halfway through into TR.
Yeah. And actually, I gotta revise that. Probable go mode. We know where the boots are, so if we do need it for Desert Palace, we'll be able to get that really quick. Oh, Yeah, he does have the mirror. So Invictus finished off his Tower of Hera. So he's going through Spiral Cave. Wonder if he will go to Turtle Rock and finish. It's not as convenient as in normal, standard, or open because Ganon's Tower is not actually on Death Mountain.
Oh, and he saves and quits and goes down to Dark Sanctuary.
Well, with all the items he has... Oh, he hasn't been through Kakariko Village either. Boots Lock, it's a 1 in 22%, 1 in 22 chance. Oh, for Desert Palace, I don't know the exact percent.
It's high enough that SuperNinTaylor wants to go ahead and get these boots over here.
Yeah. Besides, everyone wants to go fast. Oh, did he? I think he flooded that key just now.
He certainly did.
So he's not going to be able to get the boost. He's going to have to leave and come back in. Or rather, he won't be able to finish the dungeon. He's going to leave and come back in. Yeah.
And it is a pendant dungeon, so...
Yeah, that's a good point. He doesn't need... He knows boots is all he needs, so he's just skipping it. So that was actually good routing. Ignore...
You saw him pause there for a second. He was... I think he was trying to work it out in his head on it.
There we have it. There's the boot. So this is actually really great because SuperNinTaylor just kind of goes all the way out to Desert Palace now, and then he can do Misery Mire, and then up to Turtle Rock and finish off the...
Yeah, this ended up being great routing here at the end of it. Really just efficient.
Meanwhile, on the right side, we have Invictus. He's doing his Kakariko checks. Unfortunately for him, there's not much there, but there's a lot of items, so you don't want to leave them for later. So it looks like Desert Palace was in fact Boots Lock. So for the person asking the percentage, 100% chance for this seed.
And I don't know if Invictus got that boots hint or not in Hera.
I don't remember. I believe it was the second hint in Tower of Hera. I didn't see him check it, but he did check the other hint tile in Tower of Hera, so there's a good chance he knows. Hammer pegs is new. We didn't get hammer pegs last time. SuperNinTaylor never checked. So Lanmolas should be a fairly easy fight. I think we're about as well equipped for anything.
Yeah, 2 fire rod shots or a single silver arrow.
Yeah, we got half magic as well. This one should be a fairly easy fight, which I think the runners deserve at this point. Zel's on. We did not get a ped check, but we know that there's nothing useful on ped. Maybe a sword, but nothing. Oh, Invictus finds blue mail. So apparently the blacksmiths are also armor smiths.
I mean, that's going to come in handy. I mean, for Dark World especially. But it's not what he wants to find at this point.
Yeah, it's would have been nice an hour ago. Now it's not so great. But you're never going to say no to that extra protection.
And then Taylor's going to do a couple of easy checks here, hoping to find another sword, hoping to find mail of his own.
And Mire today is Ether, Vanilla.
So for all that talk about the Ether Medallion, did come in handy.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, did we get a Mire hint? I didn't see that one. Where was that located?
I didn't see that one either myself. SuperNinTaylor is trying to... Oh, and he is going to be able to finish Mire very quickly.
Yeah, that's almost a God Mire, but close enough for these purposes. Okay, thank you for that information. It does not look like SuperNinTaylor is going to be getting that. It looks like Invictus did read the boots hint because he is going into Swamp. Yes, Invictus did see the book. He's just routing it in, I think, a little bit later.
And SuperNinTaylor is going to show us how quickly, Vitreous dies to these silver arrows. Normally the boss in the game with the most amount of health, Vitreous just goes down like a sack of potatoes.
That was a super clean fight, and that is his 6th crystal now. All he has to do is go up to Turtle Rock, and then he is ready to fight Ganon. Some nice dashing strats there from SuperNinTaylor. So Invictus is checking a few more locations.
Yeah, I feel like he's just searching for a little bit of safeties at this point. He's had a lot of rough boss fights.
Yeah, he's catching up now in health, and that blue mail helps too. He's going to get that key, so I wonder if he's going to go all the way through Swamp Palace. And SuperNinTaylor is about to mirror into the laser ray.
Yeah, when you do the standard seed, you really only need to know like one of those jump-off points. And that's the one that gets you to Spiral Cave. It's nice to know them in this so you can skip most of the tree rock.
They found the big key. That's actually all he needs to... Oh, and the flute. That's all he needed to get to Trinexx, but that extra chest isn't harmful, I guess. Just trying to help us figure out where all of the items were. The powder was a nice find, though, I will admit that.
Yeah, that's one of the best safeties in the game, if not the best.
Okay, so we're up against Trinexx, a green mail Master Sword Trinexx. Not fun, but you should be able to do.
I mean, at least he's got half magic, so missing a shot with the hammer isn't going to hurt too much.
Very good work with that first head. And that is it. So, SuperNinTaylor has his 7th crystal, and VirtuaCat, you know what that means, right?
That means it is time to go to GT, and it is time to guess a number.
Yes. There are 22 chests in Ganon's tower, and that can contain the big key, and we are going to figure out which one it is. I'm going to say it's 3. I'm always partial to the toy.
I've been doing this for a year, and I still don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I'm going to say right side, 4 chest room in the bottom left.
Well, we'll be following probably SuperNinTaylor because he'll get in there first. But first we have to go into Aghanim's tower, which is now Ganon's tower.
Invictus want to give Cold Stare another shot. I think he should be able to take it this time.
Yeah, I agree. He's got the half magic this time. Should be a little bit of an easier fight. Blue mail.
Blue potion. Alright, so SuperNinTaylor is heading in.
Checking right side first.
Chest number 1, a compass. Chest number 2, a map. Chest number 3, which is the torch, not actually a chest, is a small key.
Rip Bob.
See chests 4 through 7 up here in the Stalfos room. 4, park container. 5, red rupee. 6 is going to be a small key. Seven is going to be 10 arrows. Invictus on the big side, meanwhile, has killed one of the puffs. Killed 2 puffs. Chest number 8, the firebar room, is 20 rupees.
And Invictus gets his Cold Stare fight done, so he is closing in. He has his 4th crystal now, and everything he needs to get to the end.
We'll have chest number 9, the fire snake room, coming up here in just a second. That is a small key.
So it looks like we're gonna check out the rando room, which you will never see if you're playing the vanilla game, but Big Key tends to live.
The chests 10 through 13. Ten is the magic cape. 11 is a piece of heart. 12 is the big key. A bottle, and 13 for posterity's sake.
So it looks like 12 is our winner.
Which nobody guessed.
And it looks like Feywinds was closest at 13. Okay, so SuperNinTaylor is making his way past the Mimic Room, and soon he'll be going through the...
I think SuperNinTaylor may think he's behind as well. We're seeing a little bit like opening up the map, missing a couple shots that he should get. I think he might just be a little nervous.
Yeah, I mean, both these runners have had quite a few deaths to bosses, so either one of them might think they're behind. Invictus is finishing off Turtle Rock. I think that's a good, solid play, because he'll be able to do Misery Mire and Desert Palace really quickly, and then straight to Ganon's. He still does need to find another sword, though.
Yeah, and the back of Skull Woods is not the first place I would go searching for a sword.
SuperNinTaylor's through the gauntlet. He did pretty well on that.
Oh, and he gets retribution against Lambo. He 2-cycled the first one and gets the 1 cycle on this one.
Yeah, very clean fight. I just want to take a moment and just admire SuperNinTaylor's inventory. He found almost every single item in the game.
And this wasn't like a hundo seed, like... Yeah, you had to go into... swamp to get boots, but... Neither of the other two Pendant are required, aside from maybe that sword in Skull Woods.
Yeah, for all we know, the other 2 swords are on tablet. It looks like SuperNinTaylor is trying to find it. Invictus has finished off Trinexx, so he will have his 5th crystal in just a few seconds. Okay, the Troll Dorm is dead. 1 more chest. Will we check it? We do, but not another sword.
I do appreciate him checking that test first.
Yeah, I think he wants to find that Tempered Sword because the upgrade from Master to Tempered is just so good against Ganon, especially if he thinks he's behind. But now we've got a geometry test coming up, and I have not studied.
Sine, cosine, sine, 3.14159.
That is not a kind triangle. Oh, I think that one was a triple.
That was absolutely a triple. So, very, very clean Agatu from SuperNinTaylor.
Yeah, three rounds is about as good as you could hope for, because that double triple is really hard to pull. And it turns out that Ganon has been in Hyrule Castle's foyer the entire time.
I feel like that's kind of where he is in most of the games at this point.
And Ganon is feeling very meta today. So, Master Sword Ganon, at least they have Silver Arrow.
Yeah, only spins are going to hurt Ganon in this.
I believe it is 12 spins, or maybe more, for each phase.
So it's good to have him up against the wall like that, because that way SuperNinTaylor is getting 2 attacks on each spin.
Yeah, and he has a blue potion, so he's not concerned about magic. We're in phase 2 of the Ganon.
And that is phase 3. Invictus picking up the Titan Smiths. Gonna go check King's Tomb.
Even though he's got a lot of health, SuperNinTaylor still does not want to be hugged by Ganon. He hurts.
It's 8 hearts, is it?
Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount. 3 more arrows to go.
He's trying for those double hits. Oh, and there it is. There's arrow number 4. The big pig, Boss Hog, the top cop, goes down.
All he has to do is cross that bridge. All right, get your GGs in chat. SuperNinTaylor finished in first place with a SRL time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 53 seconds.
That is insane considering the start that this seed had.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, given how things started out, the fact that this took less than 2 hours is nothing short of a miracle.
So we're going to get Faraime in here for an interview.
Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to work, right? Oh no, he's already said he won't do the interview.
Hey, it's Faraime.
Hey, welcome.
Just kidding, I tricked you. It's SuperNinTaylor. Thank you.
So, what did you think of the seed there?
I mean, I don't play inverted, so that kind of like messed with my brain a little bit. I was confused a number of times. I eventually figured it out. But...
We saw that you tried to mirror to get the island book, but Invictus also did that as well. So you're in good.
Yeah, and I went to Eastern thinking like I'll just clear Eastern and then go through the portal and do Pod, and I'm like, wait, it's the other way around. So I was like, oh, this is stupid. I'm clearing Eastern for no reason right now.
Hey, if there was something there, it would have been like Galaxy Blade.
Yeah.
Today, but
yeah. So what was going through your mind when Turtle Rock was the only choice?
I was pretty excited, actually. I was ready for it. I kind of enjoy the stuff like that, doing late game dungeons with low percent gear. I always find it fun. Like other randos, you're always like geared to the max, and it's not really a challenge anymore. So I enjoy it. That's one thing I kind of like about inverted, but I don't think I'd want to play it too often.
I understand. I a few of these fights here was at the edge of my seat here, and I'm just the one commenting.
Yeah, that first blind fight, that sucked. Like I had him down to 1 hit left without me taking any damage at all. Then all of a sudden I took 3 hits in a row. It's like, no.
Yeah, blind gave both of you a little bit of trouble this run.
Yeah.
And that fight against Mothula too. That was another really close.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I had him that close. I think Mothula kind of destroyed me. He had my number.
Well, one thing to note is that we don't know where most of the swords are. The only other sword we found was the one in Skull Woods. So that gave you a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, was that the only item in Skull Woods that we found?
Yeah, the other one was on Moth.
Yeah.
Well, he would have had the big key, and then the other item would have been the big chest. So maybe that's another sword as well.
It's true. Yeah, we don't know, and we don't know what's on Pet either. Right now, Invictus is making his way through Misery Mire, so he's almost to Vitreous. At least on our screen, I know that we've got a 10-minute.
Yeah, admittedly, I didn't actually check what was on my ped, but should be coming up on the restream soonish. It could have been back of Swamp. What else didn't we clear?
Well, there's we cleared out.
I mean, it's more of just GT. It could easily be anywhere in
Yeah.
GT, right side, Ice Armos.
Yeah, because you went through Eastern Palace. We didn't fully clear Swamp Palace.
No.
There's a lot of places. Could be in King's Tomb. we did know where the Titans mitts were.
Yeah, I actually completely forgot that mitts weren't needed in inverted. I was
Yeah,
halfway getting the boots, and I was like, I actually might not even need these boots. Because if desert's not boots locked, then I don't think there's any need for them. Because I actually don't need the mitts.
Looks like it
Yeah.
was just a heart container on a pedestal.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So those two swords might elude us here. But it turns out that Desert Palace was in fact boots locked, so it was good. That
Yeah.
hint was very.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, it was on my way to Swamp that I remembered I actually didn't need the mitts. Then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go grab the boots anyway because might speed me up a bit. Plus, desert might be boots locked. So even if it wasn't, I wonder if it would be faster to skip the boots or to get the boots. I don't know what takes more time, clearing the dungeons without boots or the time to actually go get them. That's a tough one.
I guess if it wasn't that Mire was the go mode item, it probably would have been faster to get the boots because of the time save over the run. But since you weren't going to get them until like the very last item, that's what hurt.
Yeah.
So oh, I had a question there and it fell out of my brain.
Uh-oh.
And it's gone forever. Oh well,
Oh,
it
no.
wasn't that important.
You'll find it. I believe in you.
We got Invictus is going to go pick up his book. He did not pick it up when going over to Misery Mire, and he still needs to finish Desert Palace, and he will be on his way up to GT.
I'm trying to think of what the most galaxy brain play was. I was pretty stoked about finding the sword because I felt like I had other options at the time.
I think that had to have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially given that we still don't know where another one is. There's probably two in Ganon's Tower. Yeah, I can't really think of many other places where.
I mean, drowning the key in the back of Swamp was a heads-up play, saved you a minute or two.
Yeah, I had to think that through for a minute. I was like, I don't need that extra key, right?
Yeah, we saw you pause there, and after
Yeah.
you drowned it, I was like, oh, that's what he was trying to figure out in his head.
Yeah.
We also noticed in Turtle Rock when you got to the area where you would open up the big key door. We noticed you kind of sat there for a little bit. Were you having that what? I should have a key. What is going on?
It was more that I know an inverted, the Death Mountain area is just completely weird and confusing. So I was just stopping and thinking is there anywhere I can go right now? I wasn't really sure. I had to think it through. I was like, no, all I can do is really just go out the left door and come out in front of the big chest, but I can't do anything there. Can't get to Mimic Cave. And then for some reason I still tried to open the big key door, which didn't work. Yeah, there's moments where I was trying to wrap my brain around things. I'm not really used to inverted.
Okay, I am hearing that unfortunately, due to timing, we're not going to have enough time to interview Invictus. So we'll be going to the next race when we do reach our time.
Who's coming up
But
next?
well, let's check the schedule. So coming up on Speed Gaming 5, we are going to have in Metroid 1 Randomizer. And that'll be starting shortly, so just stick around for that.
Man, look at that inventory and look at that collection rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing of beauty.
Bottle. Missing the bottle there.
And the Titans mitts. You could have gotten them too.
I could have, yeah.
But I mean, with a 141 out of 216, that was some good routing.
Also the red boomerang, but no one wants that.
Okay, so I'm going to take a moment here. I wanna thank both our runners. Make sure that you follow them because they have been racing their hearts out. This is not an easy seed by any means. So follow SuperNinTaylor and Invictusthered. I'm Captain Capitalism, and with me has been Virtua Cat, and I'd especially like to thank RD Walsh for tracking this because there is so many things to keep track of, and not having to click buttons or know what items does each runner have is just so helpful for us here. So I definitely want to make sure that we got that out of the way before we run out of time here.
RD was doing both racers himself, and tracking is not easy, folks. Stop yelling at the tracker.
Unless the tracker's me, you can yell at me.
All right, I'm gonna go do other things with my life now. But thanks for the commentating.
Well, thank you so much for running, and GG.
Yeah, I'll have fun watching it back. I think watching me make some dumbs and watching you make fun of my dumbs. So.
Well, you have a good evening.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.
All right, so we are running out of time, I believe. So we're gonna keep this going until we have to stop. But I also want to thank everyone that's watching here. You are the reason that we're doing this. So as I mentioned, coming up just a few minutes on Speed Gaming 5 is going to the Zelda 1, Metroid 1 randomizer, and we're also going to be having at midnight on Speed Gaming 2 Azure Dreams, and that's actually 2 p.m. Sorry, we got the Zelda 1, Metroid 1 randomizer coming up, and we have a few runs that are still going on the other channels. As far as the league, we have a few runs. There's no runs scheduled for tomorrow, but Saturday we have quite a few, and Sunday we are going to start the next phase, which is going to be co-op, so that should be exciting.
Invictus just got his 7th crystal. Invictus still needs to find another sword. There is a chance that he will be able to do that in GT, but I'm not sure if that's where he's going to go immediately.
Yeah, he still needs to find that other sword.
Hey!
Now we know! So now Invictus is officially in go mode. So all he has to do is go up to Ganon's. So yeah, as I mentioned, Sunday, the next week of the league is going to be co-op. That is an all dungeons co-op seed, so that should be really exciting. For those of you who maybe watched a couple of other co-op tournaments, both the runners there's going to be 4 runners, 2 runners on each team, and they're going to be able to communicate with each other. So we'll see some interesting strategies. They'll be dividing and conquering, and then trying to conquer together.
Yeah, those will be absolutely really fun to watch. These will be racers who have been paired up randomly in these teams. They may not necessarily be people who really play together a lot, and seeing that communication is going to be key. Big key.
Thankfully, it's not key sanity, because that would just be too many keys. And then coming up the week after that, coming up the week after that, we're going to have an open randomized swords, crystals, crossworld entrance, key sanity seed. So week 4 and week 5 of the league, things are going to heat up very. All right, Invictus is making his way through Ganon's tower pretty quickly. He's got everything he needs, so this should go fairly quickly.
Yeah, this has been a very tough seed, and the fact that Invictus is still in it, still racing, even though coming up on 2 hours. 2 hours is still a great time for a seed like this.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I know I wouldn't be able to finish this seed in 2 hours.
Yeah,
I would have quit at 20 minutes.
I'd still be on blind. So we know that the big key is in the rando room, and Invictus is getting very close to it, right?
He is.
He's got the Fire Snake room and then rando room, so at that point he'll be ready to go up the tower. It's always interesting to see the different strats people employ to get through that one room. Some people like the boomerang, other people like the red cane. Some people like the red boomerang. I don't know who those people are, but they exist.
It's really fast.
Is it faster?
I don't know. Probably.
All right, Invictus has his big key and one more bob.
He is going to head up and start the gauntlet. Going to do these mimic rooms first, and then heading on up. He does have 2 keys on hand, so he's not going to be stuck behind a door later on, thankfully.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting up to the top of the tower and realizing, oh, I needed one more key. Nice work there.
Seen enough races lost to Ganon sour keys to know. But sometimes when you're there and you're in GT and you have not seen your opponent done yet, you're not paying attention to that. You're just paying attention to your execution.
So we've got the gauntlet here for Invictus, and he's doing some pretty good work on it so far.
Yeah, this is going really well for him.
Yeah, the gauntlet starts out pretty tame, but yeah, and then it ends up with all ice. Invictus taking a moment to powder. I mean, just for safety. Can't blame him.
You're bringing a little bit of extra magic and a little bit of arrows.
Let's see if he gets the whiz robes. Perfect. That is one of the most satisfying things of the game, especially after growing up playing it.
Yeah, that and the double Stalfos room in Ice Palace. Getting both of those feels really, really like you've tricked the game somehow, and technically you did, but
Looks like Invictus is taking his time just to make sure he doesn't despawn the tower. All right, and he's basically through to Moldorm.
and takes down Moldorm too, and he's on his way to get Agatu.
Yeah, let's see how he does in the Agatu fight. The first pattern there is really difficult. So, I mean, if he can get more than one, I'll be very. And to note, the patterns are going to be the same between the seeds. That was really close to a triple. Okay, looks like it's been a 1-1-1. I messed up somewhere in my count, but Aga 2 is down, so it is time to fight. Okay, 11211. That's also my PIN number, so nobody use that. Good positioning. We're about to enter phase 2. Invictus is taking a few hits from Ganon. I believe he has some safety.
Yeah, I think he still has that blue potion. I did not notice if he used it or not. Oh,
Oh. He's going to go straight back in.
yeah, that's another tough thing about Inverted is that you do not have that fairy that you can go dash into at the bottom of the pyramid if you die to Ganon.
busting out the cape. That's a good idea. He has the half magic and silver arrows, so he doesn't need that much magic for the fourth phase. And he's made it to phase 3. Oh, he does have a blue potion. Perfect.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah, Ganon is just not a whole lot of fun. He is just so cruel. Not only can he do a ton of damage to you, but he's also not above just throwing you down a pit. It looks like Invictus is getting some potions, which is great safety idea. Let's see if he knows to kiss the... Nope. If you talk to that attendant, they will give you a full...
Yeah, he may do it on the way back in when he checks the mushroom, but I believe this is not going to be something that he's looking for. Yep, there he goes.
Yep. And, you know, a fire shield. I don't think that's actually does anything on the Ganon fight, but it doesn't hurt. Okay, let's go and fight Ganon again. In Paradox Castle. Okay, we are in... Nope, not quite yet. Now we're in phase 2.
All right, Invictus, you got this, buddy.
Yeah, with 3 blue potions, the cape, he should. And he's in phase 3.
Popping everything back off with a blue pot.
Bet Ganon wishes he could do that. So version 31 of the randomizer will have fairies for bosses, right?
Ugh. 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 Gross.
I can't think of anything worse than having to do blind and inverted mode on 3 hearts, and then he just pops up after you beat him, and you do the fight again. I would just quit forever.
And we are in phase 4 of Ganon for Invictus.
Yep. That wasn't quite a double, but did get one hit. One more.
Hey, good job, buddy.
Get it. Everyone, get your GGs in chat for Invictus. He has really stuck this one out. He's done a great job this. So finishing with a SRL time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 40 seconds, that is Invictus. As I mentioned before, unfortunately, we won't have enough time here for a interview. We're going to be moving on shortly, but please follow the runners. They have really done amazing this time. And again, special thanks to RD Walsh for tracking this.